mediumship and messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is spirit medium Laura now.
My goodness. You ever get so relaxed some days that you forget to do what you're supposed to do? Well, today is one of those days where I usually put in the chat room everything about the show. Today I forgot to. But I am going to write in there that the website for this show is http://spiritmediumtv.com, and there you will find 4 very important things. The first is how to get a discount on a private session with me. That's item 1 on that page. Item 2 is how to be in to win a private session with me. As a matter of fact, we had our February drawing, and I did get a winner. A winner was awarded a private session with me. That's item 2 on spiritmediumtv.com. I'll tell you how to do that. Not very complicated. Just join our mailing list, and you're only competing with those people who joined during the month we're in. The third thing on that page is how to jump the queue with the 8 no wait. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. That's $8, which goes in part to help a charity for animals. That's on spiritmediumtv.com. Item 4 on that page is riveting, is a live video feed of me doing readings on the show. And most of the time it's pretty boring, but every now and then you get those eyeballs rolling and my editorial comment, which you might find kind of interesting. Just nice sometimes to see people, versus just hearing their voice. So it adds another dimension to the show, as well as adds another dimension to my reach as a spirit medium. For the first 15 minutes or so, I will be chatting about a subject, doing a little channeling for group message. I checked in with the ones. Those are the elite light team that works through me for the show, the ones, and they have a lot to do with the ascension, the evolution of mankind. Today they're going to talk about individualism, and they told me they would, but I have to admit to you, okay, stay tuned. I'm about to make a confession. I have to admit to you that sometimes what I think they're going to talk about is not what they talk about, so that's fine. But I'm sure you're flexible. And I'm going to be doing a little brief exercise and lecture about telepathy today. Telepathy. Yes, it does exist. Contrary to popular belief, I do it all the time. It's my job. Telepathy does exist. I've taught it. People receive it. People can send it. And today we'll do a little lecture about that and how you can gain access to that yourself. Then for the, first 15 minutes we do this talking. Next 15 minutes I do mediumship if we have people in the queue waiting for mediumship. So far I do not. So maybe Susie will find some people who want mediumship in the interim, and that quite often happens. But that goes first. Then I get to people that are waiting in the queue for life questions. That means things pertaining to the here and now in their own life. And I do have a donation. Kristen has been very generous and played the 8 no wait, made an $8 donation, so she will be first. And that should be about halfway through the show, about 30 minutes into the show or so. Okay, so what is all this about telepathy? Ooh, that sounds really esoteric. Well, telepathy is more common than you might realize. Once I remember I was, I don't know, maybe about 12 years old. I don't know exactly how old, maybe 14, 15. I was having dinner with my family, my father, my mother, and my sister, and my father and I both heard the same thing, and we thought my mother said it. And we both said, "What did you mean by that?" And then we repeated it, and she said, I never said it. She said, "I never said it. How did you get that message. So we both heard it. And actually, when I was a kid, I guess I was experiencing telepathy when I would doze off to sleep at night. I would hear the sound of a party in the distance, and it would get louder and louder and louder and louder until it got so loud it was deafening, and then it would just go to silence suddenly. It would be like this loud, loud noise I could hardly stand, and then it would just go to silence. And there I would start to see people that I didn't know, and they would talk to me. So that's another form of telepathy. So what was going on as a child, when I was a child, that would naturally allow me to experience another place or another form of seeing, feeling, hearing, and knowing? Well, what was happening is that my brainwave state changed. And it is normal that when we go from our normal day-to-day mindset, which is a beta brainwave state, that's our here and now, got to get things done, kind of humming along kind of brainwave state. When we go to sleep at night, we slow down, and so do our brainwaves. They slow down. And so as you start to fall off to sleep, you'll go into what's called alpha, deep alpha, then theta, which is when you're dreaming. That's when you have your REM sleep. And there's delta. Delta is deeper and slower brainwave state than theta or alpha, and that's when there's almost no brainwave activity. Then you're not dreaming then. It's like almost the dead zone, if you will. So we have all these different experiences, and there's some other brainwave state. I think one of them is gamma, which is a very fast state. So people who are mystics, healers, psychics, mediums, we learn and we train our mind regularly to slow down. But at the same time, we also are training our mind to be more aware. So we don't go to sleep when we're in a slower brainwave state. What we do is we train to be alert. So we have to learn how to utilize both hemispheres of the brain at the same time. In any event, when you do telepathy, you can have it in a dream, okay, where you're not aware of what's going on. But if you want to intend to use it, then you would have to be semi-conscious, but at the same time in a slower brainwave state. So you could do this. I mean, it's not that hard to do. Right now, we're going to do a little exercise with this, and I'm going to give you a color. Okay, I'm going to send it to you telepathically. So the color will be one of these three colors, and I will repeat the three colors three different ways so that you don't just pick the second one, the last one. You'll hear it three different ways, and then I'm going to put us into a meditation, a prayer, and an energy connection, which I always use, by the way, before I do the channeling and before I do the message portion of the show. So I'm going to combine all these steps together today with the exercise. So here are the three colors, and I'm going to say it three different ways. So yellow, pink, or blue, blue, yellow, or pink, pink, blue, or yellow. Okay? So it's pink, blue, or yellow. Blue, pink, or yellow, yellow, pink, or blue. Okay? Hopefully I said in every possible direction you could, but I didn't worry about working that out. And so just write those down and follow the meditation with me. If you want to do this on your own, I wrote an article on this. There's a link to the article on spiritmediumtv.com. And if you're listening to this radio show at a future time, if you just go to my website, on the right, there's a little box to search. Just put the word telepathy in, and you'll search through my website, and any articles I've written on telepathy will come up, and instructions would be there. Okay, so everybody listening, if you would just, this is important, by the way, even if you don't want to do the telepathy, everybody, I like you to be in an altered state when I work with you because it improves our connection. And so, everybody listening, if you would be so kind as to sit back in your chair or bed or lie back or wherever you are. Okay, and if you would just start to breathe abdominally, slowly from the abdominal area, in and out, relaxing, letting go of any stress or tension, focusing on the way the air feels going into the nostrils and down into the lungs and the abdomen. And now exhale, focusing in on the feeling of the air leaving your frame, your body. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathe in, feeling the air. Exhale, feeling the air. And one last time, abdominally, breathe in, feeling the air. Exhale, releasing at the abdomen, allowing that air to leave the body and focusing on the breath. And if you are looking for an other side connection, that's to a loved one who's transitioned to spirit, please call in your loved one or loved ones now. Good. If you're wanting an answer to a life question, please get that question clear in your mind now and ask Spirit that the answer be given to you, either during the show or during the day. Good. So now what I'm going to do while you do that is I'm going to silently invoke the Master Prayer. I'll be back in a second. Good. And now what I want you all to do on your next exhale of breath, I would like you to allow your energy to extend, send it out with your exhale. So breathe in. And on exhale, send out your energy, and I'll connect us. Good, nice connection. Great work, everyone. And so I'm going to now, at the count of 3, project one of those 3 colors to you. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So why don't you take a moment, if you're playing the game, the telepathy game with me, and write down what you got. Okay? You might have gotten an object, okay, instead of the actual color, but notice the color of the object. All right, I'm going to do this one more time, give you a chance, and then I'll do it a 3rd time. So just listen up. If you've not already made a decision, listen up, see what you get. Okay, maybe in the form of an object. Okay, 1 second. Good. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to breathe in, and I'm going to send that out to you, and you write down what you get. It's the same color, by the way. I'm just doing it 3 times for good measure. 1 second, please. Good. Okay, and so after I do the channeling, I will tell you what the color is. Okay, after I do the channeling. So you have a moment now to write down what you got, and then we'll get to that in a little while. I also want to mention before I do the channeling that the article that I just mentioned, which is on, there's a link to it on Spirit Medium TV, and there's also a way for you to search for it in the search box on the right by putting telepathy in on the right side of the website. Spirit Medium TV is the website. On the right side, there's a search box. Just put in telepathy. You'll get an article on that. In the article, I put down some exercises you can do with friends and a meditation you can use. So if you want to do this on your own. Okay, give me a moment. I'm going to call in the ones. 1 second, please. We are here. We are the ones. We appreciate your listening to us today and every time that you take a moment from your day. It is a great honor to be part of your life, to be able to describe the things, the ideas, the inserts that we provide to you from here. We are in a high vantage point to Earth. We see things from a higher realm. We do not judge. We merely offer you opportunity to grow and to make your lives better. Today we will be speaking about obstruction of growth, how you can get in your own way from being the best that you can be. The way is to not appreciate or honor yourself. Each of you has a unique footprint, a unique set of genes, of ways you look at the earth and life. These are to be honored constantly. It is the opportunity on earth to grow beyond judgment into yourself. And quite often you are in judgment of yourself. I am not good enough. I am not young enough. I am not pretty enough. I am not wealthy enough. I am not something enough. You see, you live in the world of opposites, and it is natural in your world to think in terms of juxtaposition to what you are. However, the opportunity lies there to be exactly, to unify with who you are. Ah, how unique indeed that would be. How you might surprise others in that rather than abnegate self, you would rather be self and honor self. And we will take it a step further. For in being thyself, one will have the riches of the kingdom of heaven at your feet. So each time you feel sad, you feel lonely, you feel you don't have enough, you feel you are not enough, you feel that you could be something else other than what you are, and that would be better, we would like to remind you to just be yourself. And in full self-acceptance, you will find your mood will lighten. You will feel better about your life. And you will then in turn attract in abundance. Because, as you know, like attracts like. And if you are happy with yourself, you will be attracting in more of the same. Namaste. That's a nice idea. And so the color that I sent out is yellow. And if you did get the color yellow, or you saw an object that is yellow, you can put that in the chat room, or you can say it when I get to you on the phone lines, or you can email me, laura@spiritmediumlaura.com. Okay, you can find my email at the website, spiritmediumtv.com. Okay, everybody? Wonderful. All righty. Somebody in the chat room says, I'd love a read. Well, if you'd like a read, I suggest you call into the queue to get a reading, and that would be area code 347-945-5849. I hope to get to everybody. It usually is more than I can handle, all the people waiting. Okay, we've got Julia here waiting for an other side connection. Hold on. Hello, Julia. How are you today? Hi, honey. How are you today, this beautiful Wednesday?
I am doing fantastic today. How about you?
I'm doing great, love. Okay, let's see who we have for you, Julia. This is area code 512. Okay. Well, the first person I see is a full-figured woman. Okay, she's a little older. She's carrying extra weight on her. Older. Let's see. Hold on. Smart, loving, kind. original hair in a more strawberry blonde color, although she looks like she aged. I don't see the aging right now. They can show it any time in their life. She's wearing a little cap on her head. Kind of interesting. The cap goes forward and has a little brim on it. I have no idea what that means. To me, it just means more country because it looks kind of like that and more old-fashioned. And her hair's got a wave to it, a curliness to it. She has glasses. She's got roundness to her cheeks. She's got a very fair complexion in how she presents today. She, oh, she's very sweet. She almost reminds me of Santa Claus's wife, Mrs. Claus. She's got that roundness to her cheek and that jolliness to herself, and the way she's dressed a little bit more old-fashioned, if you will. Very sweet, gentle, kind soul, likes animals, in particular likes cats, it seems, and perhaps dogs as well, I'm assuming. Very sweet and gentle. Son under her down the family line. That could mean a myriad of things, okay? Could mean, well, just to give you an example, if it's your mother's mother, it would mean that you have an uncle. If it's right, if it's your mother, it means you have a brother or you have a son. But there's a male coming down the family line under her. You see what else I get? Charismatic in her youth, also very athletic in her youth. She seems to get this one. I get that she might have won awards for being athletic when she was younger. Okay, yeah, very spirited in her youth, and as she got older, just very, very good attitude about life, very good attitude about life. And even though she has a robust form, she seems to have a lot of energy. In other words, I don't see her tired or cranky or anything like that. A lot of energy, blustering energy. And there's another thing that sort of haunts me about all this, excuse the pun, but being as she uses a template of Mrs. Klaus, that is a German name, and it might be some German ancestry. Certainly her coloring could fit into a more Anglo-Saxon category, if you will. Mother of a few children, I think 3 at least. There's more than one child.
Yeah.
You know this? Okay, mother of a few children. She gives me number 3. Very loving, kind. You know.
Exactly.
Okay, she knows you very well. She loves you very much. She gives you a big hug, big kiss, and wishes that you would stop doing that to yourself. Something going on in your life right now that's like a repeat, like Groundhog Day. She doesn't. She doesn't like that very much, and would wish she could come in and just like take your head from the direction you're looking in, put it in a different direction and look forward that way. I'm going to give you 1 or 2 more things because I'm trying to get something physical about her. Okay, I get the feeling that there's a heart problem, honey, heart attack. Does that fit in to who you're thinking of, love?
Well, ovarian cancer she passed from.
Okay. Well, I get a feeling of the heart or something going on in the chest also, so I don't know why, but I'll just leave that with you. Maybe she had both things going on. I don't know. Maybe she never had a heart attack, but maybe she had cardiovascular issues. But very loving, sweet, gentle. Oh, interesting. But also boisterous and loud and loving. You know, she could laugh. She was very playful, very, very fun. And people like to come over her house because they always felt very welcome. It looks like she might have lived in more countrified setting than city setting, especially from the clothing that I saw her in a little while ago, which I think was symbolic of ancestry, but also age category, if you will. Anyway, she comes in, she gives you a big hug because this woman would never be stingy on hugs, if you will. She loves you so much. Again, I get the feeling of a son there. So that means maybe you have a son. I don't really know. But it's something like a son under her. Do you understand a son, please, anywhere in the family line from that?
Yeah. So she would have myself, my sister, and my brother.
Okay, so this is your mother then? Okay, because I keep getting the son there. All right, and then there's something that she's giving you a special message for you about your own life that you're like repeating a cycle like Groundhog Day. I'll get you a little more information on that. I'm sure you really didn't care to. Okay, what do you mean by that, Mommy? Oh, Mommy laughs. Your mother laughs about this. She says, you know what I'm talking about. She says, you always keep doing the same thing to yourself over and over and over again. Oh, isn't this interesting? Mom relates to what the message was earlier from the channeling, the guides, which is a self-abnegation or not liking yourself. You put yourself down a lot. She says she wants you to stop doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just not even it's not necessarily you saying that you don't like yourself, but like you say to yourself over and over again, I always end up in this position. And I don't know how to get out of it. It seems to be monetary or money related, and that you're always always repeating the same tape over and over and over again. She wants you. She says that's not the truth. Stop it. She says just think of something different, and you'll have something different. And then she shows me something to do with a ring. Think of wealth. Think of wealth. Think of the things I gave you. The wealth I gave you. Well, obviously, it wasn't money because you have this money thing going on over and over again. But there's other things that she gave you. And she might have even given you a ring. I don't know. But she kind of gives me this picture of her. Not kind of. She does. She gives me a picture of a ring, and then she's saying, "Think of what I gave you." Did you literally get a piece of like a jewelry from her, honey? That's a ring.
Well, my dad has a lot of her jewelry, and I think that one, the special one, is still with him. But I did get a lot of jewelry at first. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about a ring in particular that I have right now.
Well, okay. So it's kind of funny because she's trying to show you wealth in the form of the family jewelry, but it's not it doesn't really make you wealthy monetarily. It makes you wealthy in that you come from a family. See?
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing that she uses the jewelry, but not because of anything other than it's family. And she uses the ring as a symbol of unity. See? Her marriage to him, perhaps, that whole thing. You come from a very strong line of women, she says. You're very, very much like us. That's another form of wealth, she says. You have it all going on, darling. You have it all going on, she says. What's your name again? Julia? Is there a Katrina name?
Julia.
Yeah, is there a Katrina or K-A-T name around the family? Because all of a sudden I hear that name. Catherine, Katrina.
Can't think of one.
Okay, that's fine. What we saying, honey? Okay. Well,
I can't think of
oh, that's fine. Okay, but the point is you're a very strong woman. You come from a line of strong women. You have, she also says you have your feet firmly on the ground. She says always think of the positive things, not the negative things that will get you far in life. She loves you very, very much. She gives you a big hug, big sloppy kiss on your cheek, and she also gives you a pinch on your cheek, and she sends you on your way to go off and live your day. She loves you very, very much, and she thanks you so much for letting her come in today. Something about sleeping. Hold on. What's this about sleeping, Mommy? Sleeping is good for you. Take more rest. You need it now. Oh.
I do need it right
now. And she says, take more rest. You need it now. You're getting over something very traumatic. You have to let go of that. You have to let go.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't come back in anymore. She says, it's over now. Let it go. Get the rest you need. Don't let yourself be bothered by those things. Okay, my dear? I hope that makes sense to you, love.
Okay. Wow, beautiful. Thank you, Mom. I love you. And thank you very much for bringing her through. Well, I appreciate it.
Sure, Julia. My pleasure, honey. Have a beautiful day. God bless. Bye-bye.
All right. God bless.
Bye-bye. Okay. I don't think we have any more other side connections unless Susie B, you whipped one up out of the ether. Susie, what's that supposed to be? I'm not going to repeat that, girlfriend. Okay, I'm looking for another other side. We don't have that, so I'm going to go right to the beautiful lady who left a donation. That's Kristen, who was very kind to leave a donation. She did the 808. Hello, Kristen. How are you, darling?
Hi, Laura. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Now, I don't know if you've played the game on this show or not. Oh, wait a minute. Did you play that other game, the telepathy game, earlier? I forgot to ask Julia, who I just spoke with. But did you play that? Did you try to pick up what color it is?
I tried, but I got blue.
Oh, that's okay, honey. At least you tried. At least you tried. Oh, that's good. That's beautiful. Okay. So we're going to do a life question for you, and I want you to limit your question, okay?
Okay.
I don't want background. I don't. Let me say it a different way. Limit what you say. Just give me your question, not background, because you'll ruin your answer that way. So just give me the question, not a lot of background, honey. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm feeling a little stuck
Okay.
in my love life, and I was wondering if you could provide guidance on if my boyfriend is the best choice for a life partner for me, or if I should move on.
The answer is yes. Hold on. Let me see. What's his initials, please? Just initials.
K-A-T.
Oh, interesting. There's the cat. I just got cat from the other caller. The one who. Yeah, isn't that funny? It bled in from the next. I thought it was. I said K-A-T. Okay, moving along. Is he right or wrong? It is. It happens, especially when I'm dealing with all these different energies. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And your name is Kristen. Hold on. Is he right? Yes. Yes, he's very good for you, actually. Feeling locked in, shut out, and they're giving me these words, honey, so please bear with me. Locked in.
Okay.
Locked in, shut out, and confused. These feelings are coming from yourself and not the situation you're in. Yes, he's a very loving person. And to the point where it might make you feel a bit smothered, if you will.
Okay.
But it's because you need to find your power and your strength within the confines of the relationship. And yes, the relationship is limiting because it is a relationship. Relationships are limiting, right? But you would tend to, right? The only way you wouldn't, this, by the way, is true for many, many people. We end up creating conflict in relationships because we resist being limited in the relationship. Every relationship we enter into that is intimate requires that we shut down a part of ourselves to create this new vessel called the relationship. See? So, yeah. And we all do. We all have to lose a part of ourselves to be in the relationship. So because the part of you that you have to shut down is the freedom part of you. Because you lose your freedom. Right. We all do. But what do we do then? How do we adapt so that we can have, because you love freedom, so that you can have intimacy, companionship, family, all that, and yet have a feeling of being alive, right? Exploring. How do we do that? In your case, you're going to have to find out a little bit more about yourself, what turns you on, what your talents are, and what your freedom, what can you do while you're still in a relationship with yourself, with your time, with your motivation that will give you that edge, that feeling of being alive again. So let me just see if I can get it for you. Otherwise, we're just going to have to use generic examples. This is Kristen. Okay. You like the outdoors a lot. You like to travel a lot. Oh, you are a freedom junkie.
Yeah.
Did you ever do any kind of mountain climbing or rock climbing or something like that in the mountains?
Yes, just this weekend I did.
Oh, perfect. So that's what you have to do. You have to keep finding new challenges that can be done within the relationship. Okay, and you might want to make it to a higher level where maybe there's competition involved. But you have to figure out ways to get that blood flowing, that fresh air into your lungs, that feeling of being alive while you're still in a comfortable setting. And that is what I get as a resistance in you. You weren't aware of what it was. I wouldn't like to see you throw out a beautiful relationship with a man who seems to be very nurturing, but for you is perceived as being very limiting. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So you got to find the excitement within the relationship that can sit side by side with the relationship and allow the relationship to be what it is for. It's not for excitement. Okay, people who are looking for like the thrill in the relationship, they're going to get hurt. They usually end up creating drama or looking for drama. Drama is not the fiber of which healthy human bonds occur.
Okay.
Okay, so find the drama outside the relationship and have the relationship for what it can give you, which is a beautiful support to your life, a beautiful companion there. Okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. God bless. Bye-bye.
God bless.
Bye-bye. Okay. All right, so we're going to be looking for a person who's been waiting the longest in the queue, unless there's somebody else who has been. Hey, Julia, did you hear that? I see you're still listening. The cat name came up in the next reading. Wasn't that funny? Haha. All right, I'm looking for the person who's been waiting quite a long time. That would be Lauren. Hey, Lauren, did you play the game before, the telepathy game?
Yeah, I did. I got yellow.
Hey, yay! Lauren got yellow. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Did you get anything that went? Did you get an item like the way it was? I packaged it in an item so that it would be. Did you see anything with the yellow? Or you just got yellow?
I didn't keep my eyes closed that long. I just heard yellow and it felt very firm, so I just let it go at that. I saw yellow and it heard yellow.
Okay, there she is, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, living proof that telepathy can occur. And everybody's thinking, well, it could be just a coincidence, but the way you said it is not a coincidence. It felt firm. So that's one of the things, everybody, if you're trying to do telepathy, is it will feel like it just hit you. That's it. I don't need to think about it anymore. That's one of the keys. Okay, just give me your question. No background, my dear.
Okay. All right. So I've been dealing with some health issues, and I'm wondering, when are they finally going to get better, and why am I not making progress at the moment?
All right, let's just go to the health thing. When and why? How about will? I like to start with yes or no's. Hold on. She will? Okay. Yeah, of course you're going to get better over time, but there's something in it for you. There's something in being ill that works for you right now. And that kind of slows down the progress. I get the feeling that whatever it is affects your energy level. And all.
Yeah, exactly. That's the hardest part.
Well, the thing is, though, that what it does for you is it prevents you from fully engaging in your life. Okay, and also there's. And that's what now?
And you're saying that's a good thing?
Wait, I'm finished. Well, there's also the work part of it. So in work, it prevents you from solving that. There seems to be something with work that you don't like. You don't like your work. And so if you don't feel well, then it can hold you in a resistance pattern to work. That's kind of where I'm going with this. And so if we could find out how to kind of, let me see. So it prevents you from really moving ahead, particularly in work. Like you keep saying, well, I can't do better than I'm at because I don't feel any, I don't have energy. I can't do it. I just can't do it. So you stay where you are, tolerating and never fully flourishing. Now, does that feel like a good thing or bad thing? Obviously, it's a bad thing. We wouldn't want it, but the real cause is that you really don't like where you're at. So you hold yourself where you're at. I don't know how else to say it. Okay, so let's talk about your work for a moment. What do you do for a living, honey?
I'm sorry. I'm really surprised. I'd have to say I disagree because I'm working very hard on progressing in what I'm doing. I'm still doing things. I'm still creating. I'm still trying to move forward, even though I'm tired.
Listen to me. What do you do for a living, honey? Just answer my question. What do you do for a living, honey? We'll figure it out together.
Okay. I recently became a nutritional therapist.
Okay. You're a nutritional therapist. Okay.
And then I nanny part-time.
You nanny part-time. Okay.
Yes.
So there could be many things behind this. Okay, it could be fear of failure, so you hold yourself in a position of stasis. I'm going to try to get it right now, honey, but I'd like you to just relax and not resist. Do not resist anything. Just let it come out. You know, if I'm wrong, that's okay. But what I'm kind of getting is you don't want to move ahead in your work, even though you think you do. And the reason is because if you have an excuse like no energy, that's preventing you, then you can't fail at it. There's a big failure. There's a big fear of failure to launch behind this. There's a big fear of failure to launch, of success patterns, of being successful or not successful, of being put to the test of being successful. If we don't feel well, we can't. This is the direction spirit is moving me in. I'm not going into the direction of the physical reasons. They're moving me in the direction of emotional reasons. Mind, body, soul. In this case, it's emotional. That's where they're taking me. I have to trust it. Okay, as the medium now talking to you. So I ask of you, just listen. If you don't agree, that's okay. But what I get is a fear of failure and a resistance to being thrown out into the ocean to swim without a life raft. If you are not able to do this, then you won't be successful and you won't be able to succeed. And so you end up holding firm on not feeling well, or the not feeling well keeps you in a position of stasis. And so I just want to see if I can get something under that, and then we'll see if that makes sense to you. Okay, Lauren. Nutritional counseling, nannying right now. Okay. I'm going to ask you a question. How do you feel about having your own business? Do you have all the information you need?
I'm still getting going. I think I'm going to be getting more information. I don't think I have all the information I need. I'm still going through the process, and I think I'll gain more as I talk to more people.
Okay, this is what so that's what I'm getting, and I want to explain how to go about it for you.
Okay.
What you need, you don't need all the information. You just need a beginning system, and
right.
and then everything will be built on that. So don't worry too much about knowing everything to begin with, but get a cookie cutter mechanism in place, maybe even a coach for that. I hired a coach, a business coach, a long time ago, and I'm going to give you and anybody else listening to this now or in the future will also get the benefit of this, which is as we create our own consulting business or coaching business or whatever you want to call that, we usually want to be meeting new people either through networking or public speaking in a position of authority. You're public speaking. And the coach I had said at least 3 of the 4 weeks every month to be out networking and or public speaking one of the days of that week. Building a mailing list, and then then going back to the mailing list and making your offer. So the top is like a funnel. Okay, the top of the funnel is very wide, and that's where we offer something free. Maybe it's the free speaking, public speaking, or something for free, an information product if you're on the internet, whatever. But you're capturing names that go into a funnel, and at the top of the funnel you get free stuff, and you go down the funnel a little, you have fee stuff, right? And then you come way down to the base of the funnel, and you have your highest level of service and or products, that high price category. And if you follow that, I didn't really believe in it, by the way, too much when they first said it to me, and maybe something with the fact that my name starts the same way your name, Laur. But I was a little fearful about it, and I didn't really believe that it would work. But it did work over time, particularly the more I relied on it. And so what happens is you just need to build your mailing list, build your contacts, and sell to that. And you will do well. You will do well. You have the ability. You have all the expertise you need. These are specific messages for you. It's not a generic message. You, in particular, have everything that you need and love. It's just a little bit of feeling overwhelmed and a little bit of, getting the first success coming along your way. I feel that's where they're telling me to go, your guides. Not that you have a physical ailment or anything else, but just fear of change, fear of unknown. And when we don't have energy, then we remain where we are because we're frightened to move forward. We're frightened to be tested. So that's where I get the answer for you, my dear. And I hope that makes sense to you. And if not, just chew on it a bit. Maybe it will later. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, honey. Thank you so much. All right,
yeah.
love. Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay. Okay, and Lauren is a very smart person. I know she is. Very, very smart. Okay, I am now going to blip, 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 blip. What time is it? Oh, we only have 15 minutes left. Okay. I'm trying to find people who've been waiting very long. Okay, here we go for Mary, who's wanting a healing. She's been waiting a very long time. Hello, Mary. How are you, darling? Mary? I guess she stepped away for a moment. Okay, and I apologize, Mary, but if you're not there when I get to you, it's going to be hard for me to get to you later because you're now lost in the queue. All righty then. I'm going to go to Kaur, who wants a healing. Hello, did I say your name correctly?
Yes, you did.
Kaur, okay, honey. So what type of healing do you need or want? Is it a mind, well, is it a body thing, a physical thing, or is it emotional or spiritual? What would you say it is, love?
It's to do with my wrist.
Your wrists. Your left wrist or your right wrist, honey? Your left one?
Both.
Huh? Both of them?
Both, yeah.
All right. That's interesting because hands have to do with taking care of things. So there's this symbolic aspect to that. Let me go to it. Hold on. Okay, do you have a lot of tension at work, honey?
I'm not, well, I just, I left my work a few months ago and I'm venturing into my own business.
Okay. Are you stressed about that, love?
Anxious?
Are you stressed about that, honey? Are you stressed about that, love? I'm asking if you're stressed.
Well, I guess a little bit, yeah. I guess it does venture into that.
What I see is you having to use your hands a lot in detailed work. Could be at a computer, it could be moving around and just doing things, lifting things, moving things, and that there's a stress about everything going on. You're having to be very fast, very efficient. You have to move quickly, and it's creating a lot of stress, almost like a carpal tunnel, but it's not literally a carpal tunnel. Okay, so you do understand that. All right, so what I'm going to do is just I'm going to do an energy healing on that. I'm also, if I'm motivated to do anything more, like mind, body, soul, or just relieve you of the stress surrounding your survival instincts right now, I will do that as well. So just let me do some. Okay, so we're now putting both hands together in the light under my hands. I'm sending a beautiful healing white light into both wrists. And I'm also going to say to you, Kaur, all good things come to those who wait. There is no need for rushing. There is no need for tension. All things are coming to you over time. You are using your resources judiciously. You are being helped by everyone around you, friends and family. Understand that God is working with you through these symbols of support. All the things that are supportive of you are coming in because Spirit is helping you. And so as you understand that you are being helped by Spirit, release now the tension and the stress in your wrists, understanding that you are divinely appointed with gifts in the line of work you're doing that will be helpful to others, and that you have been led here through destiny, not through fate or disaster, and that you are being supported by God. As you breathe in this understanding of being in a loving and supportive energy and a loving and supportive guidance, and on your exhale, you release any and all stress and tension and know that you are being led. Namaste. So the healing power is all about you knowing that you've been led to where you are and that you are being supported by Spirit, and that there's evidence in your life that you are being supported by Spirit. Because I hear, at least that was the message given, that there's friends and family that are around you that are helping you also. Make sense, honey?
Yeah.
All right, sweetheart. So use that, look around your life, see how supportive you have been, and also that you're supposed to be doing this work. Okay? It's not, right, you are. And so you were led here for a reason. And as you breathe in that feeling of relief, knowing you're supported, you will be releasing the stress in your arms, particularly in your wrist area, from that knowing. Okay, my dear?
Yes, thank you. That felt very beautiful.
Okay, honey. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
All righty. Okay. And we are going to Carol, who wants a healing. Okay. Hi, Carol. How are you today, darling?
Hi. I'm doing good, but my low back sciatica is killing me.
Okay, well, before we go into that, did you play the game before? I did a telepathy game. Did you play that?
No, I came on after that. I was on the internet and going through Blog Talk Radio.
Okay.
And I saw your program.
All right. Let's go to your sciatica. Okay. Is it going down the left side, honey?
No, the right side gives me problems.
Okay.
I feel a little bit in my left hip sometimes, but mainly on the right.
It's funny because they told me it's going down the left hip. I wonder what they mean by that. All right. Well, let's just go for it. Now, as I do this kind of healing, and oh, by the way, I've been getting a lot of feedback from people about healing I've done, which I don't do it really. Spirit does it, God does it. I'm the intermediary. Very positive. So I'm happy to do it. It seems to be something I'm supposed to be doing. Just wanted to say that today, since I do have a lot of people wanting healing. The stuff works, not just physical healing, but mind, body, soul healing. Okay. Going down for the sciatica. Are you carrying extra poundage, please, on in your hip area in particular?
Well, I have a few extra pounds. I'm not real heavy.
Okay. I just see that, and I'm wondering if that might help a little bit too. That might be, if we have sciatica, it means the nerves are pinched, right? Usually in the lower spine, right? Right. And so everything we can do to relieve stress on the spine, including getting ourselves in a thinner state. So just, put that in your back pocket, see if you can apply it to yourself. What I'm going to do right now is I can see inflammation there. And I'm sending in love and light. I'm sending in, wow, okay. Looks to me like it's like the last 3 vertebrae, but not actually the last one. It looks like 1 or 2, one right above the last one, then one above that, and then one above that. There are 3 in there that are all inflamed. Could be, they're not showing me, but I just see them lit up, these vertebrae. It could be, oh, I see something there. Okay. So the reason I'm saying all of this is a reason behind it, so that I send in the right intentions, and also that I validate I'm onto the right thing to heal. But what I'm seeing is that the back of the spine is all like congested, like as if you've had an accident or an injury that made the outside of the spine, the part that would be, that's all crushed or somehow constricted, and that the opening in the front of each vertebrae, well, it could be just what they call a herniated disc, like the gray matter sticking out in the front. Would you understand that, please? That we have some herniated discs?
Yes, I get. Yeah, I understand a little bit of that. I work with chiropractors and floors, but I fell right on my butt a few months ago. But I didn't have any pain or anything right after that. But it started about just a month ago. But the fall was a couple months ago.
Okay. Well, what I'm getting is that you might want to go then to a doctor, have it x-rayed and everything else, or whatever they do these days, because what I see it almost as if I have an x-ray, okay? And what I see is that that area in the spine, right above the coccyx bone, is very compressed, particularly on the outside. Okay, so that would be right above the butt, right in there, like compressed. So maybe something was started back then when you fell, and now it's just happening again. But what I'm doing today, so recommend go have it looked at, but what I'm doing is I'm doing something to stretch the area out, sending an intention, energy to stretch it out and to open it up. Stretch it out, open it up, Sending in beautiful healing, love, and light. I'm also sending you a feeling to relax in that area. Relax. Reason is, usually when we have these things happen to us, particularly back issues, we might even have pain without an issue. But if we're under stress, it makes the muscles supporting the spine constrict, and when they constrict, it also causes pain. So I also see some of that going on. If there is some reason for stress and tension, I'm going to look at that in a moment. Hold on. Okay. Are you feeling very insecure about something going on in your life right now, Carol? Like a move?
Oh, I'm thinking about moving.
Okay. That's causing stress. And it's sitting in that vulnerable area in your back right now. Okay. And I feel like I could say around that, it does make you feel very insecure for some reason. It's stressing you out. So, okay, bottom line here, I've done what I can do from an energy perspective. Okay. The other thing to do is I could do a little reading on the move to help you make a decision or feel less stressed about it. And the third thing, of course, is to always go to a doctor, right, and have it looked at that way. Okay, so I don't like to say take pills or anything because I don't think that gets to the root. Let me just look at the move and why this is stressful to you, love. Okay. You have to come to a conclusion on your own about what to do with your life. It's not necessary to move, but if it makes you feel better, go right ahead and make the move. However, the situation that is bothering you will follow you with the move. They don't mean the sciatica. They mean the insecurity that is making you feel this way. Moving won't solve the problem. It feels like it's monetary, that you don't have enough money, okay, or you feel you don't have enough money, and that you want to go maybe downsize a little bit or something like that, but they're saying that you need to get to the root of that, that there is more money or more available funds for you than you realize. Maybe you just need to manage your budget a little bit differently. Actually, that's what they're saying. Manage your budget a little bit differently. It's time to cut back on bonbons and become a little more practical. So you might have been used to a more affluent lifestyle. Okay, and so now you may have to get rid of some of the more luxury items, which maybe make you feel very, very, tense because you're not used to that. But don't worry about it. Everything's going to be just fine. But you just have to get onto a little different budget. Make sense, honey?
Well, I'm living alone now. I'm still married, but my husband he has MS, but he got worse. He was being paralyzed, so I had to, put him in a veterans home. So I've never lived by myself. I'm 71, but I'm single, and so I'm learning a new life with that. And my income has been cut back, and my move was considering getting a place to live close to my daughter out of state. So you were talking about a lot of correct things.
Well, that's the way Spirit works, love. Then that just proves to you and to me and to everybody listening that we live in a spiritual world and that there is a God. And that's why this happens. That I can transfer this information to you because I can get into that realm and bring it to you. And to me, that's a beautiful miracle. Now, so anyway, they say you can stay where you are if you want to, because I know you have some insecurity about money also. It's a bigger house that you're in now. But if you want to move to your daughter to be near her, that's fine. That's up to you. But if you just pare back your
90 seconds.
Your expenditures, you'll be able to stay where you are right now for a while longer. But I also want to give you something else. This is for everybody listening as well. There is a Dr. Terry Wahls, W-A-H-L-S. That's W-A-H-L-S, who had multiple sclerosis. Did you say it was multiple sclerosis, MS?
Yes.
Okay. She was in a wheelchair and getting worse, and
60 seconds.
was within a year of having to give up her medical practice. That's how ill she was. And she assiduously applied herself, and now it's all in remission. She figured out a way to do it with diet. It's called, there's a book out called The Walls, that's WAHLS Protocol, PROTOCOL. And this is all being recorded, so you can come back to this later, Carol. The Walls Protocol, and if you looked her up on the internet or on YouTube and started to read up on her, you might be duly impressed. I know I am. Maybe there's something that can be done for hubby as well. Okay, my dear. So
Well, thank you.
thank you, honey. God bless you, love.
10 seconds.
You take care. Thank you. Bless you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye, honey. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, everybody, if you want a discounted private session with me, just go to spiritmediumtv.com, and there you will find a way at step 1 to get a discount for private session with me. And I look forward to working with you again in the future. Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we do this all over again. Namaste. Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.